Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo government has sought and obtained a $2 billion infrastructure barter arrangement with Sino-Hydro of China. Ladies and gentlemen, what this arrangement seeks to do is to use a fraction of our rich bauxite deposits to get infrastructure that we are lacking. Through this arrangement, we will be able to accelerate our development in the areas of hospitals, bridges, interchanges, roads, affordable housing, rural electrification, and many others in line with the government's development agenda. About $1 billion of the $2 billion is going to be in the area of roads, bridges, and interchanges. Increasingly, global experts are urging African governments to take steps to identify innovative sources of financing for their infrastructure development if they are to achieve the pace necessary to realize their country's economic potential. That is instructive, and therefore we are not taking conventional loans as many know it. What this arrangement does basically is to say that we agree with Sino-Hydro that they provide us our choice of infrastructure worth $2 billion. Now, in return, we should note that some people misunderstand this deal, and that is why it's important. The Sino-Hydro Corporation, which is going to provide the infrastructure, is not the company that is going to mine the bauxite. And they are not taking our raw bauxite. In other words, Sino-Hydro is not a mining company. Rather, the government in our plans has set up a bull holding company backed by an act of parliament, which is the Ghana Integrated Aluminium Development Corporation. And that company, that holding company, will soon enter into joint venture arrangements with potential mining companies and aluminium refiners and off-takers to establish bauxite mines and a refinery. So you are going to have a situation where it is not Sino-Hydro, they will be providing the infrastructure, but Ghana will choose its own partner to set up the integrated aluminium development industry in Ghana. So the partners could be from the US, from Australia, from Canada, from China, wherever. Once we are confident of the capacity of the potential partners, we can enter into these partnerships with them. So after mining, and we are talking about refining the bauxite, we are not taking raw bauxite outside Ghana. So after mining and refining, the government of Ghana will then use her share of the refined bauxite to pay off whatever cost of the infrastructure provided by the Sino-Hydro Corporation. And this will only happen after a period of 3 years and on condition that Sino-Hydro has completed the infrastructure projects that the people of Ghana have asked them to do. So it's a quite different arrangement. They have to come in and do the infrastructure, complete the infrastructure. Then we with our partners, separate partners, will enter into the integrated aluminium industry business. We have for years in Ghana been in a situation, our gold, our diamonds, we just keep exporting them in raw form. We have not really leveraged these assets to develop the industries in value addition in Ghana. And what we are saying is that let's not do the same to bauxite that we've done to gold and other. So let us find partners to set up an integrated aluminium industry in Ghana. Let's set up the refineries. Of course, the smelter in Valco is there. It is going to be expanded and so on. So it's a whole different structure that we are implementing, that we want to add value to our bauxite. Our bauxite reserves, which are around 900 million metric tons, are worth maybe about $50 billion in the market terms. But if we refine this bauxite, it is worth almost 400 billion. And you are talking of using a $2 billion facility to unlock all of this potential. Some people say, well, what if the bauxite prices fall? Well, we are talking about refined bauxite, not raw bauxite. But even if they fall, we can still pay from our refined bauxite because the reserves are so much more. Even in raw terms, we are talking of 50 billion. In refined terms, close to 400 billion. So it is very important that we understand the type of arrangement that we are entering into, and it has been very carefully thought through. Of course, cynics are throwing dust in the eyes of the public about the viability of the arrangement. Like all multi-year financial arrangements, of course, you can point to risks. But our strong technical team has been working out the details of the entire arrangement and running the sensitivity analysis to determine the degree of our vulnerabilities in terms of what is most beneficial for Ghana.